Welcome back to the AI Business Digest. We're dropping this episode outside the usual schedule because something big just happened. Meta is laying off 600 people from its AI division. But not for the reason you might think. These aren't budget cuts. These are roles being replaced by the very AI systems those teams helped build. According to internal memos, the company's own automation is now handling everything from infrastructure to compliance, jobs that used to require deep expertise and human judgment. And instead of slowing down, Meta's doubling down on AI investment, actively hiring in its most advanced teams while cutting the rest. This is real-time proof that internal automation isn't just theory anymore, it's already changing how work gets done at the highest level inside one of the biggest AI companies in the world. Let's get into it. Meta is cutting 600 AI jobs not because AI is failing, but because their own AI automation is working so well it's replacing human workers. Meta just made a move that perfectly captures where we're heading with AI in the workplace. The company is laying off 600 people from its artificial intelligence division, but here's the twist. It's not because they're scaling back on AI, it's because their AI systems have gotten so good at doing certain jobs that they don't need as many humans doing them anymore. This is happening across two different parts of Meta. First, they're cutting jobs in their superintelligence labs, which employs about 3,000 people total. According to an internal memo from Meta's chief AI officer Alexander Wang, the AI division had become too bureaucratic and slow. His reasoning was blunt. By reducing the size of our team, fewer conversations will be required to make a decision, and each person will be more load-bearing and have more scope and impact. Translation: too many people in meetings, not enough building. The cuts are hitting three main areas: fair AI research, product-related AI development, and AI infrastructure. But there's a key detail in what they're keeping. Everyone in the newly formed TBD lab unit, focused on next-generation AI models, is staying. That team is not only untouched, but growing. Meta is hiring for it right now. The second wave of cuts shows the direction even more clearly. Meta's risk division is also laying off staff because their internal technology has automated the job functions. Michelle Prati, Meta's chief compliance and privacy officer, said that the company has moved from manual reviews to automated processes. In his words, as a result, we don't need as many roles in some areas as we once did. This isn't theory, it's automation in action, at one of the biggest tech companies on Earth. And what makes this even more significant is that the affected jobs aren't in marketing or admin. They're in compliance, roles that usually depend on careful, human decision-making. If AI is handling that, the shift is further along than most companies realize. Meta says it expects most of these laid-off employees to take on other internal roles, and it's encouraging them to reapply. The company is not walking away from AI, it's doubling down, but doing it more efficiently, with fewer people and more automation. For business leaders, this is a clear signal. Manual review processes, content moderation, and routine decision-making are all vulnerable to the same kind of internal disruption. And this isn't being driven by financial pressure. Meta is still investing heavily in AI and competing with OpenAI and Google. The cost-cutting is a result of success, not failure. What's happening at Meta shows that AI adoption inside companies won't always come from flashy new product launches. Sometimes it's about replacing the old way of doing things, quietly and efficiently, with systems that can now do the same job automatically. The message is simple. Even the teams building AI are now being replaced by it. That's all we've got for you in today's episode. Meta's layoffs aren't a sign of AI slowing down, they're evidence of how fast it's changing work from the inside. As automation expands across internal operations, even high-skilled technical teams aren't exempt. The move Meta just made will become a reference point for how enterprise AI adoption works when it stops being theoretical and starts driving workforce decisions. Make sure to follow the show on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify to stay informed. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next one.